Everything I was taught was a lie. Yo, the cool kids are the losers now. Dude, look around. Bro, look at these OGs is doing now. Dudes that we used to idolize. Scared to death for Calvin to meet these kind of guys. Cause, hey, they got the most honeys, had the most money, fat chains with the gold nuggies. What? And people treated him like a king. Took you under his wing, paying for all the drinks, unlimited drugs too. Give you props and hug you, call you his little bro. Every minute tells you he loves you. Look, you and me, shit goes down, I got you. I know the whole spill, I looked up to this dude once too. Loyalty and respect, tatted right across his neck. I could paint the whole picture, these were basically all my friends, acquaintances. Really not even that. But when I was with him, boy, I thought it was bad. You know what I mean? Walking the party feeling invincible. No one saying shit to you. Then he hits this dude for no reason, stomping him out, laughing as if the shit is cool. I giggle too, but deep down I'm thinking, yo, Pat, this isn't you. But that's nothing compared to the shit he do. I'm talking about, you know, poisoning all his people. Got this boy on the needle, got kids and don't even see him. Be putting hands on his woman just to list off a couple. Used to think he's the man, but now I'm like, man, fuck him. End up being a rat and a junkie, you can't trust him. See, as I got older, shit just became clear, and his war stories got more corny each time I hear him. Hope my son ends up a nerd. All the popular guys dropping like flies. Everything I was taught was a lie. Look at y'all now. I was around the wrong crowd. Did a lot of stupid shit for respect that I'm not proud. Had to find myself, learn to smile and let my guard down. Fuck them, I'm trying to make my kids and my mom proud, and it's refreshing. Feels good, it's a blessing. Fuck having to look over your shoulder every second for past beef. And summer he robbed and disrespected while I was with him, coming back for me when I least expected.
OJ got that juice.
I pray to God he helped me through all that I'm going through. And I put that on my daughter so you know it's true. The ones who get under your skin, they be the closest to. Intentionally with malicious intent, they be provoking you. Hiding secrets amongst fam ain't what we supposed to do. Patience is a virtue, what my time ain't got too slow for you. My creativity ain't been making enough dough for you. You think I'm jealous cause you doing what you supposed to do. I work way too hard to still be second guessing. How many real, how many loyal, that's my second question. I don't believe you once you cross me and reject progression. My daughter mean the world to me, my talent, that's my second blessing. But all I got still, I ain't trying to be 40 out on the block still. Still gang banging, running from cops still. That's real fucking backwards, nigga, that's not real. No, that is not real. I ain't no flunky or no junkie, I don't pop pills. I want this shit more than niggas already got deals. This been my dream since a youngin' playing with Hot Wheels. You downplay my situation cause that's not real. Introduced you to mini plugs, feel like you took them and ran. What's the point of a poker face when you done looked in my hand? I've been at it longer than you, I ain't no rookie, my man. And that's a fact. They wait until your back against the wall, and once you struggling, like they don't care about the problems you've been juggling. I came up from the bottom from gang banging and hustling. So many turned their back on me, I probably never trust again. I swear this ain't no diss record, right hand up to the Lord. I'm just speaking on this beat, but we don't speak about on them calls. We family before anything, motherfuck it all. I'm feeling like Wheezy, nigga, damn I miss my dog. I don't care about them other niggas, but you my brother, nigga. One of the few that could say mommy to my mother, nigga. When shit get hot, I'm right there jumping in that oven with you. We was Martin and Will, two bad boys, look, arguing still. I tested you many times, looked at your heart and it's real. You know me, I'm your Brody, your motherfucking homie. But the way shit been unfolding, it been burning through me slowly. I don't know what else to say now. You been fucking with me since the sandbox in the playground. Getting money with me round the globe, that's how we play round. Sacrifice it all for my dog, 10 toes, how we stay down. They wait until your back against the wall, and once you struggling, like they don't care about the problems you've been juggling. I came up from the bottom from gang banging and hustling. So many turned their back on me, I probably never trust again.
What's going on, everybody? It's two Oxtails and an Empanada. It's your boy, Uncle Paulie.
It's your girl, Ange.
It's your man, Smoke 201, stand up. You know what it is. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, remember this word later on in the show. Terrence sounded like he got the mush mouth.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, I like messing with him.
Sorry, that's what I get.
Yeah. Texas County in the building.
God don't like ugly.
God don't like
He ain't too fine or pretty neither, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, she quick today, huh? But we gonna get right into this, man. How was your weekend, Angie?
Weekend was good. Just came off of vacation. Treated myself out to the spa, little R&R. And now I'm back to work, and I felt like I need another vacation. But, yeah, it is that serious when it comes to education. But
It's only Tuesday.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, somebody didn't know what 2 plus 2 was. 2 plus 2.
Yo, man. T, how was yours?
It was alright. You know, slow motion, a little work, a little bit of the kids. Rough. I think we all gonna get into that, but yeah, rough.
I had a great weekend, man. Stayed out the way. Didn't get into no trouble. And I want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Darren, my sister-in-law Celeste, and Chocolate Girl, the homie, man. It's their birthdays, man. So happy birthday, guys. Love y'all, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And we gonna jump right into it, man. Everybody knew what happened this weekend. Sunday morning, Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, died in a helicopter crash. Also, in addition to dying, 7 other people
Jake, what up?
also lost their lives. John Altobley, if I'm saying it right, Carrie Altobley, Alyssa Altobley, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, Arizzo Diana, if I'm saying it right, and Christina Mauser. And it was something that really just crunched and gripped the world. And
Shock.
I want you to get into the sports part of it, Terrence, in a minute. But Angie,
Sorry about that.
it's all right. When
Man,
you
I want to take it back. Let's
Go
just
ahead.
hit a rewind. Crunched and gripped. That's the first time I've ever heard you use those terms in my entire life. You ain't even know you used that. I mean, you can. I don't know where you pulled that from, but go ahead, brother. Crunched and gripped the world. Go ahead. Have a good time.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know either.
We're not going nowhere. I had to look up. I thought it was somebody else talking. Man, that gripped me pretty good. I've never heard you use those terms.
Yeah,
So
I don't even know what I said to throw me off. But anyway,
see what I mean? You reached in your
Angie,
bag for that, boy.
I want you to do the sports part of it, T, because you the sports girl. But Angie, when you heard about it, like, what did it do for you?
So it's crazy. I'm sorry. That's my brother calling me. It's it just really kind of like took me by surprise because I mean, and just like with death, at any time, we don't know when it's coming. I mean, definitely rest in peace to the Bryant family as well as the other families of the people that they lost. You know, I'm pretty sure they got up in the morning. If I'm not mistaken, they said that they were actually going on their way to the daughter's. I don't know if she was doing a tryout or if she was going to her school. So they were doing, you know, he was
basketball camp.
Yeah, so they got up, you know, that morning and they were going to do something productive. I think what it did do for the world, because of course he was the famous person that was on that plane, is just to kind of just remind you that not one day is promised to you. When all of those people got up in the morning and they got themselves together and they got prepared to get into that helicopter, they weren't prepared for saying, you know, this is my last day. I know when I was a kid and I was growing up, I remember, you know, when Kobe had took Brandy to the prom and how, you know, she was so excited about that. And, you know, just kind of hearing about him going straight to the NBA directly from high school and him just be, you know, he, in my eyes, regardless of everything else that they're kind of throwing up, because if you're paying attention to what's going on in the blogs right now and the news, they are trying to bring everything out from the vault, from the past. And I just always felt that he was a class act, even following the scandal that he had got into back in 2003. You know, he just kind of pushed on, you know, stayed, you know, perfected his craft, was a family man and, you know, kept his head held high. So he's definitely somebody that is going to be missed. I know it's a sad day in the sports world and around the world. And it just goes to show you that you don't have to know somebody personally for them to have some type of impact on your life. And there's nothing wrong with having sympathy for him and having empathy for his family. And so, you know, sometimes with our people, I get a little upset. You got everybody, they arguing, they going back and forth. You got people calling them, you know, niggas on the, you know, on the news station, and just dumb shit. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot. I definitely was speechless. When I first heard it, I thought it was a hoax. Because, you know, like sometimes they'll have like those hoax deaths of celebrities. So my daughter was like, no, Mom, like this is the truth. And I just sat there and shocked. Yeah.
See, as a basketball fan and a human being, but as a basketball fan.
Normally for me, a lot of times when something happened to like celebrities or just period, and I don't mean to take this in the wrong way, this is just me, but most of the time I'll be like, man, people die every day, B. And it's not, because we've here where I'm from, we've had somebody very popular. I've been seeing it over the internet all day today. A young lady passed. I don't know her name. I think her name is Shonda. For anybody that's from my area, she passed today, and it's been like all over for Jersey City. So she's very popular. Now, with that being said, when Kobe passed, it did something different for me because I kind of watched him grow up. So he's been in the NBA since he was 18. He's 41. He just passed. And my own personal story for him is my uncle played against him in high school. So my uncle was an all-state in New Jersey back in the 90s. So he kept telling me, we only 5 years apart, he said, yo, nephew, I got a big game coming up against this kid from Lower Merion from Philly. He's pretty good. So he was like, I was like, who? What's his name? He's like, Kobe Bean Bryant. His dad played in the NBA. And I'm like, oh, you got it, Unc. Don't trip. I ain't never heard of no damn Bean Bryant. I said, I know old basketball players, never heard of him. You got it. He said, nah, this kid is good. He been overseas. He can speak different languages. So he knows how to play with grown men. He's really good. I'm telling you, he going to the NBA. I never forget the conversation. So my uncle plays him. I think my uncle scored like 16 and Kobe scored 24. And they was the top players on respective teams. And that's just my memory I remember of Kobe before he got to the NBA. And it's just like when I found out what happened to him, I felt like we really lost a legend. It's almost like watching somebody on a sitcom every day and you watching them grow up, and then you hear that something like that happens, it just hits home, you know. And then you hear about him with his daughter, and it just like you said, it makes you, a lot of times when you look at people, especially Kobe, because of what he was a very competitive person. It almost seemed like he was invincible as far as just challenges in his life that he wanted to do. So I'm saying that to say this, I've had people in my life that I looked at like, yo, I thought they were invincible until something happened in life that made them look mediocre, made them look human. So I say to everybody, if you got somebody that you really love and appreciate, you think invincible, go and tell them while they here how much you love them. I went and did it, at least 2-3 people, man. So go and tell them. Might be your cousin, might be your mom, might be your pops. Yeah, crunch that.
And it's crazy that you say that too, because it is situations like this that make us think that, you know, because now you have some people that are saying just because somebody passed away, I'm not going to go make amends with somebody that, you know, did me dirty just off the strength that I'm in an emotional state because somebody's death is making me look at life a bit different, you know. So
I'm going to go a little different because y'all said, you know, it hurt me. I found out actually playing the game. But what got me is when I seen ESPN, they were showing stuff about him, and they was bringing up his rape case.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's
and that shit kind of bothered me, and it bothered me because people might not like what I would say, but this girl had 3 different semens in her asshole,
and she didn't want to press. You get what I'm saying?
And it's just they trying to make this guy seem like it was just crazy, and then if you could play that video of Allison Morris, the nigga remarks. Yeah.
Athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to go to athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to go to athlete.
Now, what upset me about that was she said she was getting confused with the Knicks and the Lakers. Now, what made me mad about that is the Knicks and the...
She didn't say Nakers.
Yeah.
She said niggers.
But the Knicks, and this is... I'm going to read to y'all what she put on her joint. She put on her Twitter page earlier today while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing. I unfortunately stuttered on air combining the names of the Knicks and the Lakers to say Nakers. Please know I did not and would never use a racist term. I apologize for the confusion this caused. And I call straight bullshit.
How, Sway?
The Knicks first of all has nothing to do with the Lakers. The Knicks have nothing to do with Kobe Bryant. So for her just to say that, and you got a lot of people defending her and saying, and I'm just like, nah. She's been doing TV correspondence for a long time. Yeah.
She works for MSNBC, so I'm not really surprised that a word like that would slip out of her mouth. She probably didn't want to cover this shit in the beginning, in the first place. And again, you can never forget the power of white privilege, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. The reality of it is she got suspended. She did not get... No,
she didn't get nothing. She didn't get anything.
They know that. They said she got suspended.
They was talking about the person who they said got suspended is the journalist who made a big... She wrote a journalist...
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. I stand corrected.
She wrote a thing about Kobe passing, but she wrote a whole thing about his rape case.
Yeah.
Like, it was just...
Like,
so it's just
that was something that if he was still alive, that would not have been brought up. Yeah. They even had an article about how that has to be discussed. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
But you know,
my silence is running. My bad. What do?
But I just don't understand what's the purpose of that. But again, when you're talking about sensationalism and you're talking about the media, they're going to take a situation and they're going to rip it apart 6 to 10 different ways so that people are able to get exposure and make money off of it. And we're aware of that. But, you know, it just makes no sense. But what I will say is this, and I don't know, y'all can let me know how y'all feel. When I first heard about her making, I guess, that mistake, allegedly, or even with them doing the article, I said, you know what? They want the attention. This is not going to be the first nor last time that something like that's going to happen.
I don't think she wanted that. That news lady consciously wrote that reporter wrote what she wrote and thought it was okay.
Right.
I don't think when they do stuff, they really don't think that there's a
consequence,
a consequence or attention behind it. But and this is my last thing, and we can move on to this Kobe thing. What the Lakers are doing right now too, I feel some type of way. Because at first I thought they postponed the game because they felt as though maybe the players, Terrence, might feel some type of way. But right now, courtside seats are selling for $47,000.
Wow.
At the Lakers game.
Wow.
Yep.
Again.
Courtside seats, bro.
Everybody's going to make money.
You're talking about, I was listening to the radio, so I was out there. It was on Sirius, so it went quick. I caught the end of it. It was a radio guy. He was going off. And he said it's unbelievable. So you're talking about a ticket that might be $1,000, $1,500 a month. Remember, it's Hollywood.
No.
It's courtside more than that.
Okay.
Couple of grand.
A couple of grand. Let's
but
say
this my thing.
But not
this my thing.
47,000, bro.
You've been on this earth for over 40 years, right? Who you know? Who you know around? Who you know in the hood that get courtside seats?
It's not about that.
They ain't doing nothing but overcharging people that can afford it.
But it's not the point, bro. Thank you.
But remember, y'all, we're talking about an industry. We're talking about a business. And with business, nothing is personal.
The Lakers, first of all, don't need to
be giving out fucking tickets for free.
Yes. Sorry, that ain't happening, no.
I'm just saying,
hey, Mr. Lyons.
Celebrate, man, like that. You do do something for free. Nah,
The Lakers, the Staples Center, know Jack Nicholson and every other celebrity is gonna be at those next couple of games, those next couple of home games, especially that first one, because they know the impact of everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
So what they're doing is they overcharging millionaires.
But it's not about just millionaires. This is the problem that I have, T. When we was talking, remember we was talking about it yesterday, and we was like, yo, the NBA, we thought the NBA was doing it out of love, the way they presented it.
This is business.
Yeah, it's business, but the way they presented it. But what they're doing is bullshit, yo.
But you got to understand.
So the next game is 47,000, or the Clippers Lakers game.
The Lakers and Clippers game. That game. Courtside seats, everything is selling for 47. That was
when they put the game back on.
When they put the game back
but
on.
That's gonna be a big game.
It's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be a lot of money. And again, remember, when you're dealing with emotions, they don't give a fuck about your economic class at this point. They looking at the dollars. We are a society that's based off of emotion. Everybody is just like overfilled with grief. And if the who's who wants to be in those seats, they're gonna be there.
I wish you could have. It's not. But
the Rock Nation brunch. How much it costs to get in there?
Not no 47,000.
20, 30,000?
No. That's just something that they do. I don't think the tickets was 20, 30,000.
They was handing out Rolex watches.
It's a secret.
You had to pay some money to get up in there, brother.
It's a secret society. All we have is trust.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother.
They was handing out Rolex watches.
That's a whole nother world, though.
You had to. But the point I'm trying to make is,
everywhere too.
Ain't nobody, the regular people ain't walking in there.
Exactly.
That was for celebrities. Yeah. Courtside at Staples Center is not for regular people. It's for celebrities.
Right. So they're gonna. I mean,
it's not just the courtside. It's all the tickets that's being sold, but the courtside was
it's gonna be the highest
because it was 47,000. The regular person is not gonna eat. It's gonna be hard for if you had tickets there. Mm-hmm. They gave you your money back.
Oh, they had to get grief counseling for the people who work there.
You get me?
If I already had tickets to the game?
Yes, they give you your money back.
So everybody making money.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say, T. This came a profit, but we gonna move on, man.
In so many words, it's not right, but it's okay.
On,
that's really what's happening here.
But did y'all hear Tyler, the Creator? He called out the Grammys on racism.
That's Tyler, the Creator for you. You never know what you're gonna get out of him.
Yeah. If you could play that, Uncle Ra over there. Uncle Ra, you feel the same way. That touched you right there, that 47,000.
In recent days, there's been a lot of news about the voting process at the Grammys. Has any of that affected the way that you're looking at winning this award today?
I'm half and half on it. On one side, I'm very grateful that what I made could just be, acknowledged in a world like this. But also, it sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending or that's anything, they always put it in a rap or urban category, which is, and I don't like that urban word. It's just a politically correct way to say the N-word to me. So when I hear that, I'm just like, why can't we just be in pop? Why can't it just, you know what I mean? So I felt like half of me feels like the rap nomination was a backhanded compliment. Like, my little cousin wants to play the game. Let's give him the unplugged controller so he could shut up and feel good about it. That's what it felt like a bit. But another half of me is very grateful that the art that I made could be acknowledged on a level like this when I don't do the radio stuff. I'm not played in Target. I'm in a whole different world than what a lot of people here listen to. So I'm grateful and like,
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's give him a round of fucking applause.
Yeah.
I love the balance.
Oh, I love your face.
Oh,
I love
God.
your face. Talk to me, T.
All right.
Talk to me, T.
Let you go.
I think that was his chance to just shine, and he's not, like he said, he in a different world. So I'll wait. I'll wait until he about to do something. I think that was his chance for him to let everybody know that he wanna be bigger than what he is. So I'll wait.
No, I think
before I comment. I'm not saying what he said was wrong.
Right.
But I just think that was his chance. When you get your chance to get on stage and say some wild shit, that was his Kanye shot.
But that wasn't wild. That was the truth.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I feel like.
I'm sorry, Ed. You know what was wild? when he said me and Funk Flex.
Have a hot
sex.
but
That
sex.
was wild.
Well,
That was his Kanye.
I mean, if you know Tyler the Creator and you listen to his music, you do understand that he touches different types of genres of music.
Touching is right.
We understand that, but I also believe in the balance. And I think what he said was extremely honest. At one point, of course, he's happy, but let's be realistic. The Grammys are fucking racist. They always have been racist. And the only time that they celebrate a black person is when they are making some level of a skeptical of themselves, or just kind of like being out there, see, look at me. So when he said that, I kind of agree with him, and he's absolutely right. The word urban is a politically correct way of saying nigga.
Give my little cousin the controller that don't work.
Look at that.
Let him feel like he part of this.
You know
Hey,
what?
I got you, boss. I got you, boss.
We used to do that with City Son. When me and City
Dog, everybody did that.
Yo, but it's just funny to me because City Son would be sitting there happy to the motherfucker.
And so how wild of an analogy was that for him to use?
And now that he knows better, he'll look at you crazy. But City Son was smart because he used to be like, yo, why my controller not red? You get what I'm saying? But anyway.
Yeah, but
I just thought that.
So where did he go? Where does he go from here now? What happened if he get nominated again?
He'll do the same shit again.
One thing about Tyler Creator, he's never conformed.
Never.
He don't give a fuck about the industry. He don't give a fuck about your opinion. He's done some of the wildest shit. I mean, goddamn, the Funk Flex shit was, come on.
Or Funk Flex.
Or if somebody is interviewing him, you can even tell when he doesn't like them. He gives them one-word answers. They'll ask him these crazy-ass questions, and he'll be like, air.
Yeah,
and just look at them and shit. Like, and they just be sitting there, and they'll ask him another question, and he'll do it. If you watch, he had a show on Adult Swim called The Loiter Squad. Try to Google it, check it out. I mean, it was kind of like they would do like little clips, and it was like spoofs, but everyone had some type of crazy ass meaning to it. So he looks for avenues where he can actually just be himself, and because he set that precedence for who he really is, when he say shit like that, people will say, "Oh, that's just Tyler." Mm-hmm. We still love him.
Just give him the controller.
Yeah, give him the controller.
Give him a controller that don't work.
But
you know what they were saying? That nigga ain't never coming back here. You ever let him
they
back
ain't nominating or
he lost.
But the beautiful thing is he don't give up.
But you know who might get nominated one day? Angie's Tea.
Dangle.
They never let me get prepared. See, I wasn't
Ladies
even.
and gentlemen.
Yeah, you just like that shit
I
just
love
came out
doing
of
it
the
to
blue.
her.
That's not.
Because it's her face. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the wintertime, and I know you might have a cold. But if you're feeling sick and you need something warm to go down your throat, you have Angie's Tea. Let him take a sip, Angie.
Where's the tea bags?
Yeah, one
This
day,
ain't here.
One day I'm just going to hit it
That's gonna be, and that's when we're gonna go viral. So look, real quick, let's jump into this tea real quick. And my first part of my tea has a lot to do with Miss Nicki Minaj. So I don't know if you heard about, maybe 2 weeks ago, Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, were actually shopping in the same department store as Meek Mill. So, TMZ in the Shade Room allegedly took the story and kind of like mixed it up in a way where they could get, I guess, more views out of it. But I got some sources, and this is what really happened. Meek Mill was in this said place shopping already. He had an entourage outside of about maybe 20 guys or so. And then Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, came and walked into the store. The manager knew that he's like, you know what, let me go and run and let her know that her ex is here. So he goes and he says, yeah, let you know that Meek Mill is here. And they said that Nicki Minaj instantly got furious. So now her and her husband are walking through. Now the husband allegedly has an issue with Meek Mill because Meek Mill did some type of diss song that says, you wear bootcut jeans over Balenciagas. Okay, so I guess he was talking about him. He must obviously do wear the bootcut jeans. I've seen them. I've seen the Balenciaga, so I'm gonna say it was him.
This is what niggas is fighting over.
Wait, but I will say this: Meek was not trying to. So the guy saw him and Ken. So Kenneth started arguing with him. You can't talk to my girl, and all that. He said, "I'm not trying to talk to her." He like, as a matter of fact, let me holler at you outside real quick. And Meek told him like, "Yo, I'm not hollering outside with you about shit. Like, I'm just not really beat for whatever you trying to give." Nicki was going all off, so now she popping shit because she feels she got this gangster ass husband, so she go around and she just be threatening motherfuckers and shit.
Niggas get killed every day,
B, right? So now somebody that worked at this store filmed the footage.
What did they do?
They filmed the footage. All right. I'm still smart. That doesn't affect me.
Put a little T on it.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
And they sold the footage to TMZ. Now, from my understanding, they didn't even get the money that they should have gotten from it, because the way that they filmed it, it was kind of like from the bottom, so you kind of heard the arguing and the exchange going back and forth. But supposedly one of Kenneth's friends ended up popping up, and then he did a video. He's popping shit like, "Oh, my man got you scared," and all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, nah, Meek not thinking about Nicki at all. He has a baby on the way. He's doing a lot of work with this prison reform, and I highly doubt that he will go out his way to get in trouble, get a lawsuit for a guy that wears bootcut jeans over Balenciagas.
Fuck a lawsuit.
Now,
go back to jail.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel that they need to calm down. You've married the girl. She's taking care of you. Get over it.
I thought she was mad because maybe he hit the little button on the sit back chair.
Absolutely. They see stars. Nicki pushing 40, acting 14. Like, but how they end up at the same store? Reggie, people like to shop. Shit. I don't know. But they happen to just pop up at the same store. Now, in other Nicki Minaj news, I know that y'all did hear that her brother was sentenced to 25 years to life. And the reason why... All right, and the reason why that was because he was, I can't even say allegedly because he's been convicted. He was having sex with his 11-year-old stepdaughter. Damn. You piece of fucking shit. And word around town was that in the courtroom, his sister was in there begging for leniency for him. And then I'm like, well, she may not have a problem with it because her husband, her now husband, was also accused of rape of a 15-year-old girl.
Sure was. I was just about to say that, yeah.
That's what he was locked up for. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, it's a shame. All the crime took place in his home. You know, they were going back and forth. Maybe he assumed that because of his sister's celebrity and plastic that he was going to get off. Not going to happen. So 25 years to life. She begged. They didn't give a fuck. Don't know if she kicked the freestyle in there. Don't know. His ass is in jail where he belongs. Okay. Yo! Moving right along.
Dingle.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, I did tell y'all that I was going to find out about what was going on with the divorce of Wendy Williams and her now ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter. So, you know, I went on Facebook the other day and I posed a little question about this, and all the men came out. They like, that's right. That's what she gets. She about to pay up. And I'm like, well, damn, he cheated on her. He had a baby with his mistress that he's had for about 11, 12 years. And she should pay out. So
yes.
This is what? Okay, so he, all right.
Yes.
So,
have you seen her?
What does that have to do with anywhere?
She should be paying him.
Well, anyway, just to let y'all know that a part of the divorce settlement, neither Williams nor Hunter will have to pay the other any sort of alimony, ding, 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 and they will be responsible for their own legal fees. They will also split the proceeds from the sale of their New Jersey home, which is currently up for sale. As for Wendy's production company, Wendy Inc., and any shares that Hunter owned will go to her because that's her brand. He was on her payroll. He was an executive producer, and if you did catch our show, maybe a couple of months back, you already know that the staff and everybody were talking about it was a lot of abuse. She was hiding out. She was drinking. She had to check herself into a rehab a couple of times behind the situation. And, of course, she knew that her husband was cheating on her. I think the only thing that she said was, don't bring no damn baby home. And that's exactly what he did. Not to mention, not only did he bring a baby home, but there was also rumors of a gay lover that he had that was supposed to be one of his artists. So,
man, who do you know? I mean, you be getting this.
I don't know when I'm supposed to do it. You know what, Angie?
Yo, what is that?
I need you to see this picture. I'm sorry.
okay.
I knew you was going to talk about Wendy.
Yo, what is that?
Did you see that bulge in the middle?
All right, y'all.
You should have got no.
Everybody was talking about this.
I need 30 seconds,
She might be wearing Depends.
Depends on what you want that day, huh?
That is Wendy from Wayside, New Jersey.
Yo,
has
you
a
know what's-
doorknob in the middle.
That wasn't. I don't think that's good. I think that picture was altered. I'm being honest.
No, Angie, look at that. That's
I
not
see.
altered.
That was it. Y'all don't
You know
want it
what's
to be
crazy?
altered.
That's the biggest doorbell in America right there, y'all.
She doesn't. No, she doesn't have to pay alimony.
Oh no.
Yeah, Paul.
Y'all ain't right.
You need another set of my teeth to get through that.
Thank you, Jay. You said, see, Stars, you don't want no parts of this story. Listen, I'm just following. I had to follow this story through.
How is it that Mary J. Blige has to pay alimony, but that
doesn't?
Mary J.
Doesn't.
Blige, yeah, see.
1 second.
no,
What?
Barack, keep it little.
No.
Oh, yeah, look at that, Angie.
I see it.
Yo, she look
it,
like
and she still doesn't pay.
What is that?
no, but forget
Look,
that.
somebody turned her on and she 30% right now. So you about to give me the full bulge in a minute. I'm sorry, Angie, I jumped in your teeth.
That's all right. Y'all always jump in my cup, and that's fine.
Did you see when
She
I
look
laughed
like-
my ass off? It makes sense now?
Yes.
She looks like
Yes.
the Hennessy bottle upside down that's in that car. Spin it around.
He
y'all,
took it down.
I'm glad. And regardless of the bulge and how she look and all this,
old
that, and
DJ
third,
equipment.
that's fine. But she obviously had a good lawyer. And guess what?
One and twos.
And remember, they do share a son, and he's in college. So, you know, there's expenses to that. Their son is 18 years old, you know. And also, if you remember from the story, the son had also got in trouble because he punched his father in his face because he went off
His father should have stomped his ass up.
Yes, he should have, but then his father's been stomping his mother out for some time.
Guess what? They
So
both
I
would've got their
think
ass whooped that day.
I think you're just saying that because you don't like the way she looks.
No. Let me tell you something.
All right.
You like the way she looked? Don't go no. Fix that, nigga.
I don't believe in no son putting their hands on their father. I don't know what went on that house and what started it, so I can't say that.
He probably got tired. You got to think about that boy knows shit that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know, but it's.
I could have fucked my girl's sister on camera at my son's house in his bed.
Uh-huh.
And if he ever put his fucking hands on me, I'm not gonna.
But you know,
Okay, wait,
but you know,
he scared me real quick.
yeah, that was a wild ass scenario. That was very wild. But listen to what y'all are saying though. Y'all are good dads. And so when you have respect for your father, regardless of what he may do, you'll know not to go that route. Who's to say Kelvin been stepping up like he needs to?
You know what? But we don't know if he
I
has.
said, allegedly.
Let me ask you this. If this was vice versa.
They love my team.
No, because you kind of one-sided with this. I don't know why you love Wendy. Wendy's
I
a piece
don't
of
either.
Shit. Wendy's a piece of shit.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, you know, every time I bring her up, y'all all tag team me.
Damn, Biggie was hitting that.
A lot.
Biggie ain't touched that. But if he did,
they said allegedly a few people.
But what I'm saying is, Wendy Williams have been out here destroying, and and happy to destroy and try to put people business out and tear their ass
Because
up,
that's her business, right?
Like what she tried to do with Whitney. And say that she was doing the drugs.
Whitney got
and
ass.
what she tried to do to Judge Mathis.
Okay.
And put out all that stuff and the shit was
She
live.
is still a personality.
She is. So what I'm saying is, when you try to destroy everybody else's life,
Uh-huh.
how am I supposed to sit here and have sympathy for you when people were going through the same shit that you are going through right now, you found it funny and you found it as a topic.
Well, y'all can find it funny, but what I will,
that's why I can't stand it.
And I get that, but what I will say is she did address the situations that were going on her show because she had no choice. She had no choice. But moving along, so you have what's this? Orlando Brown did a video about P. Diddy, Young Thug, Trey Songz.
No, he's about to play something.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it because we was gonna get into it.
No, we are because it's something separate. But he did a video and he just was basically talking about how they're all allegedly booty bandits. Now, all the names that I have named, I'm pretty sure all of you that are watching this show right now have heard some kind of story, okay, about all of these celebrities. I mean, damn, Puffy, Birdman, we know it. So a lot of people are like, well, Orlando Brown does things for shock value. And I'll say this about him. Some of his music is actually all right. Yeah. I have to give that to him. And people don't understand. When you sell your kids to Disney, okay, you notice a lot of those Disney kids are never the same. Okay?
Nick's response was something to that effect.
Yeah. Like you gotta and it's real shit. I mean, hell, the Nickelodeon kids too, but them Disney kids is fucked up. They go through something within their life. I don't know if they program them. Now, what I do know about Disney is that once you get a contract with Disney, you basically have to be the epitome of perfection until you turn 21.
I think
you have to. You are under
was a
contract.
Disney kid, right? Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, Britney, Britney, Musketeer, Britney Spears.
I think out of all of them, Justin Timberlake is the only one that was okay.
Yeah, he all right, even though he tried to monopolize off of our type of sound, as well as he got this movie out right now, y'all, and he got this black co-star, and I guess he wanted to kind of like boost up the sales of the shit. So they act like they was in a romance, like he was cheating on his wife, but it came out that it wasn't true. And I'm just over Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong, he has
I'm
talent,
just talking about far
as being sane. Thank you.
As far as being sane.
Yes.
No, Raven Simone done said some. Simone. She in and out of the weirdness.
Yeah, she's definitely in and out of the weirdness, but she's there. But like what I'm saying is that when you take these children's lives, and don't get me wrong, the parents might believe they're going to be rich and famous, but you take their little souls and you sell it to an entity like Disney, and they have to be basically robots until they turn a certain age. And that's why they once they get to a certain age, they wow out. Yeah. They really do. They go through their fucking moments. Britney Spears is still scarred.
Yeah, she messed up.
Okay.
But it's like when, them kids where their parents kept them in the house all the time, wouldn't let them go nowhere.
That's what I'm saying.
How much is she worth?
Who, Britney?
Yeah, because I know some people that scarred and they ain't worth nothing.
This is true. This is true. This is true. And guess what, guys? Disney had nothing to do with it. But I
it's
get
bad
that.
that her parents sold her out like that.
Yeah, it's true. But it's.
Some of the stuff T say be cold, but it's
the truth.
Yo, I know some 9 to 5 people that ain't worth nothing. They're scarred for some things.
Miley Cyrus, thank you. I'm telling you, like. You'll see that they try to rebel and they almost go back to a teenage-like state and an adult body. And then they be all fucked up, but
never got a chance to be a kid.
So for me, yes, Orlando Brown's a little wild.
Never got a chance to be a kid? Like Michael?
Keep going. He's going to piss me off.
You're going to make me mad, too.
Yeah. You're a Michael fan?
I like Michael.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
All right. And then I wanted to save this because this was some controversial stuff going on. This documentary from the Sundance Festival that Oprah Winfrey was supposed to be a part of, basically outing Russell Simmons of sexual misconduct, rape, molestation. Now, recently she pulled out of this
Did you hear excuse why?
Well, for right now, she's like not really trying to say anything.
Oh, so you didn't hear her?
Well, then you let me know.
I don't wanna, cause it's Oprah. Mm-hmm. But she basically was saying that Russell Simmons can't shut her down. She was at the beginning of the Me Too movement, and she was raped at from the age
we do know that
of from a certain age she was raped.
Yeah, she was
all the
raped.
way up till she was 14.
Yeah, and then her mother couldn't handle the fact that she was being raped, and she kicked her out of the house and put her into a foster home, and then that's when her father came and got her. So yeah, I know that story with her, but
she just her and Gail just the other day. Gail interviewed her, and she was basically saying Russell can't. It's not shutting her. She's pulling out, but I think she's pulling out.
Well, she's pulling out because she's realizing now that there's no fucking way, and I am in no way condoning anything that Russell Simmons may have done. He's even said himself that he has lived what you call an extremely wild life, more than some. But what I will say is there's no fucking way you're gonna be around here kissing on fucking Harvey Weinstein.
Fluid.
Okay? You're not gonna be talking about your spiritual coach is out here raping people, yes. And you're going to be silent about that. But then you go and you turn around and then you want to put him in the forefront. Now, a lot of people were talking about this because 50 Cent actually went and tweeted something and he wasn't being a troll for once. He was just tweeting about like how it seems like she's always attacking men of color. Now, what I will say is this. When it comes to things such as rape, whether it's a man or a woman being violated, I don't give a fuck about color. I don't see color. If you wrong, you wrong. But then at the same time, don't use your platform to just attack one side of the room. If they all fucked up, they all fucked up, and you need to put that out there. It's no way. So she's talking about he won't be silent. The thing that he says he doesn't understand with her was he said that him and her have been friends for a long time. They've worked on books together, and he just doesn't understand why she would even partake or use her name in a situation like this. And anybody that knows Oprah, if she's going to be a director or something, she's very hands-on with her projects. So she would have had a big hand in this situation. I think that she's realizing now that as much as she has all of the Caucasian followers or all the other ethnicities, black people are looking at her with a side eye, and they have been doing so for a long time.
Fuck Oprah Winfrey. Been saying that for a long time.
And I think that, and you're right, and I just think that at this point.
You just mad because she won't let you hit it.
Damn, you mad because she won't let you hit it?
I would. Right in front of
Stedman. He
Well,
wouldn't care. He'd go in the guest house.
Steinman.
But it is what it is. But what do you think? Like, do you think that Russell Simmons had a right to say he doesn't understand why he's being attacked? Because this is my thing. When these charges started getting brought up on him, he got the hell out the country.
I'll tell you what, Angie, I'm impressed that you know. I don't follow these rich people problems. I'm impressed that you know. I mean, you be knowing backdoor stuff. I'm talking about the dog's name, you know, the puppy, how many puppies the dog is. Yeah, she for real with it.
Hey, Antonio. Well, right now I was just giving out the end of my tea, and I was talking about the Oprah Winfrey documentary series that she was working on that was supposed to be presented at the Sundance Festival, and how she is pulling out of it, and then we were just kind of discussing that. So, you know, I'm glad. Thank you for tuning in, though. But that's it for my tea.
Dango, what a big cup today. Well, we gonna go in because I don't want to end the show sad, man. Matter of fact, we're not even gonna get into that because of the time. We gonna get into since you was talking about him. If we could play that video of Nick Cannon and Orlando Brown on Nick Cannon, Uncle Rob. This shit right here, Terrence. Angie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry about Nick. Nick, okay, look, fine, okay? You want me to tell everybody? You want me to let everybody know what that? Okay, fine. Nick, I'll let you suck my dick. Okay? Fine, I said. I let Nick suck my dick. And and I liked it. It was okay, fine. Nick, you sucked my dick. But everybody knows you did it as a female. But Nick, you sucked my dick. I didn't want to say that. You know? Nick been sucking dick. Nick, you know you been sucking dick. Mush mouth motherfucker. You don't want me on wild enough. Nick been sucking dick. Nick been, everybody in the world gonna be like, Nick been sucking dick. Nick been sucking.
Lost it. They done lost it.
Oh shit!
Now. Oh man, yo, that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, yo.
I'm gonna go ham tomorrow.
So allegedly, Nick been sucking dick. That's what he said.
Yeah, but hold up, wait. So Nick response, a lot of people couldn't understand Nick Cannon's response. Oh man.
He said he did it as a woman.
They didn't like it because
he said he did it as a woman.
A lot of people don't like to read, but I'll make it
What
fast.
does that mean?
Nick Cannon's response to that was, when I first saw this, I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Did he? Did you?
Then after putting a little congestive effort and analytical thought to the situation, I figured what a great opportunity for a teachable moment. First off, let me say I'm praying for the young brother Orlando Even. He went in, it's a long read. I'm not going to sit here and read it all.
He praying for him?
And he said he's basically praying for him and he got issues. But
does he have his tam on when he says this?
And he also says the most irresponsible parties involved in all of this is our media, specifically the cultural conscious. For us to continue to post slander and tear one another down for clickbait to make these white supremacy propaganda platforms more money is a shine of deplorable. And
Nick been sucking dick.
And he went on World Star TMZ and all of that. And what was funny, Marlon Wayne said after he wrote that, Marlon Wayne said that was a long way of saying you ain't sucking no dick.
Marlon Wayne is funny.
He said
it's funny. Go ahead, Edgy.
He said he did it as a woman. So is he saying he was Nicole?
I'm saying this straight up. I don't believe that Nick Cannon did that.
You don't believe it?
No.
I wasn't there.
You don't believe it? Nick was sucking
rich
dick?
people games is
because
different.
you know why this all started, right? He wanted to be on
Wildin' Out.
Wildin' Out. And,
he gonna do.
And for whatever reason,
they said hell no.
They said no. And that's what Nick Cannon also said. This is not the way to try to come on my show. So I guess he got mad. They turned him down.
It's bad. He's a good rapper too.
He's good, but see, it's hard to. I just don't believe Nick Cannon did that. And it's a way to tear the man down.
But
you know what I'm saying? But was that the most funniest shit that you can ever? And that's why I respected Nick Cannon when he said when he first saw that shit was hilarious. That shit, he said the whole world is gonna be saying
Nick been sucking dick. And I'm gonna tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, don't get mad when there's a Jersey Club remix of this.
Word is
I'm telling you.
Yo.
No. Anybody who got the name Nick is about to
get.
Oh, my God.
When you first said that, I already know it. I'm not getting fired. I'm gonna be away from you.
Yo, I'm about to have a good time.
But it's
so you don't think he was sucking dick?
No.
I think.
No. And you know what's crazy?
I think he was sucking something.
And I didn't even remember until now, but he was in major pain.
Yes, he was. He was a little boy.
He was in major pain, and I put this picture so Uncle Rock could put it up, and I could just see.
So he's still getting paid off of that.
I could just see Major Pain right now saying, "There's no dick sucking around here."
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Nick. Nick been sucking the dick.
Man.
So you think so you think he really just said that because he was mad that he wasn't allowed to? I swear to you though, if he would have been on Wildin' Out, they probably wouldn't have knew how to contain him, because that would have been a decent episode because he can rap.
But it's not live, so.
He was on Jamie Foxx show like as a kid. He was in a lot of shit.
Oh yes.
I remember the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the boy got talent.
Remember it?
Yeah,
he said,
dance.
and he said he got Raven Simone pregnant more than once, allegedly.
She should have been sucking dick.
Yo, somebody disrespectful wife gonna go home and look at their husband and say, and their husband ain't gonna be Nick and say, "Nick, you've been sucking his dick."
Please don't beat her. Don't beat her.
It's just crazy though, man, because Orlando Brown, he really has a lot of talent.
He does. You know, could you imagine putting him and Raz B in one room together? They both are all over the place.
Somebody gonna be sucking dick.
Somebody. Somebody call Chris Stokes. Allegedly.
Yo.
Somebody gonna be sucking dick.
but can we say this, all jokes aside?
Yeah.
And I gotta give a shout out to him, Terrence. If somebody went on YouTube and said, Mr. Capers, I raped him. You know what I'm saying? Just made some crazy shit, or Terrence was sucking dick and I liked it. You think that your response... you think that your response, you too, Uncle Rob, I want you to...
I wouldn't...
I'm not commenting.
I'm a celebrity?
Sucking dick.
I'm a celebrity, though?
No,
I'm a celebrity?
Whatever.
Right.
You think that you can be as mature and... I'm looking
It makes
for
a difference, because if I'm a celebrity and I'm in India and I got millions of dollars in the bank, I'm not even commenting.
Okay, you think if he would have said that about the game of 50 Cent, it would have been a big problem. They wouldn't have gave a response like that.
Okay, so if you're just tuning in, we just showed a video. Orlando Brown basically wanted to get on Wildin' Out. They didn't let him on. Then he was saying Nick is sucking dick. That's what we're talking about right now.
He said Nick was sucking dick.
But you know what I will say? Like, all jokes
My
aside,
response would be crazy.
I think that his response was
yo,
it was,
man.
you know,
It was perfect.
It was
it
perfect,
was.
yo.
He looked at the
It
situation.
was perfect, man.
And he
Nick, man.
Shout out to fucking Nick Cannon.
There's only
I'm
one
telling
person
you.
I would be bothered by, not even terrified, bothered by when it comes to, and that's Little Bootsy. Everybody else is gonna send a comment. Bootsy is sending somebody.
Yeah.
Little Bootsy is sending somebody. We didn't talk about it on the show, but when my man said your son a punk ass, I beat him the hell up, and he ended up dead the next day. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But it just.
I
Uncle Rob, but you feel me? Because if another site came out and said some shit about you like that, you're not giving a nice response, Uncle Rob.
But the problem is
definitely. You don't want to talk to somebody face to face.
The problem.
Nah, I want to talk
now,
to you,
if a celebrity says something about me, I'm coming out.
After what?
No, I'm coming out. I'm responding.
Oh.
What
do you mean out the what? What's going on here?
The only thing I'm
out the what? Yeah.
Motherfucker say something about you and then you're not gaining anything by responding. Like, what's the point?
The only thing I will say, Nick Cannon, is that unfortunately your beef with Eminem, Orlando Brown just gave him some more shit to just go in on you about. Now, you know that he was going back and forth with him, and I'm telling you, you don't think Eminem not going to put that shit in the rhyme?
Nah, Eminem.
Nah, he just had an album out.
Eminem didn't respond.
To the beats that they got going on?
It wasn't hard enough. Pause.
I think what they did was good. I think Nick Cannon versus was very corny.
Nick knows he's corny, though.
I think the rest of them...
It wasn't enough to bring Nick out.
I mean, Eminem...
To bring Eminem.
Well, Eminem...
I thought he responded to it.
No, but
he mentioned something on the new album that just came out.
Yeah.
He's not tripping off that. He just went platinum.
I just think that what he did, though, I think that what Eminem did, though, was corny. And everybody never looked at it that Nick didn't start the shit.
He didn't. Eminem, quiet as it's kept, Eminem started that shit behind Mariah and making songs and saying all types of crazy shit. And she even did a song called Obsessed With Me, and that was about Eminem.
But it was dead, and then Fat Joe just dropped a record.
I think
Eminem was on that record.
Yes. That's what brought Nick out.
What, the him and Dre and Cool?
No, it's Fat Joe, Nick, it's Fat Joe, Eminem, and somebody else on it.
And it's new, and that's what Nick was pretty much responding to.
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't just bring that out, and that's what nobody...
Fat Joe just had a new album. That's what I thought.
And it's on Fat Joe's new album.
Oh, with Cool and Dre.
And I just think that what Fat Joe did, no disrespect to him, but I think he did some corny shit, but some smart shit at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Because you know how many people went to go either buy his album or stream his album just to hear that part from Eminem?
Well, yeah, that was smart. That was a good business move.
Nobody even knew he had an album coming out.
Yeah. So it was a smart thing, man. But I got a couple of pictures that I want to get into because I like the. Wait, Angie, did you have something else, sweetie? I'm so sorry.
No.
And Terrence, I'm so sorry.
I got a pitch. It's something for Angie. I want to have a little fun.
Okay, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with Angie.
Okay.
Let's put Terrence thing up, Uncle Rob, if you don't mind.
All right, give me 1 second.
Uncle Rob's in the Bible right now, y'all.
Praise the Lord.
He got baptized last night.
Lord.
Wait, what were you at? I'm ready. Call it. I'm ready.
It should say either Lamar or Jimmy. No?
Lamar?
Yeah.
I'll go. That's Lamar?
Okay. So I want to just explain to everybody real quick. So this guy named Jalen Rose, he's a former basketball player. He came on, and they was calling the 49ers quarterback Handsome Jimmy. So Jalen Rose felt some type of way about it and felt like the media only calling him handsome because he's white. So he said, well, why don't they call Lamar Handsome Lamar? Now, if you're watching this right now, I just want you to take a good look at Lamar. I don't judge men, but I know smooth when I see it. And that right there just doesn't say handsome to me, but I could be wrong because I have a woman right here. Mm-hmm. Now, I will show you Jimmy G.
Okay.
But just keep that look in your eyes, in your memory. Mm-hmm. Uncle Rod, let me get Jimmy. They call him Handsome Jimmy.
Oh,
and he in the Super Bowl.
That's him?
That's Handsome Jimmy. Now, I was reading some comments from some people, and one of the guys came on and he said, my wife is white and she loves Cam Newton, can't get enough of him. But when this Jackson guy came out, she says, I don't know what the argument is. I would lick the sweat off of Jimmy G's back. So I just want to get, no, he's not that.
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
All
right, whatever. I don't know.
You got the wrong one, Angie. They're not attracted to her at all. She don't even eat pink bubble gum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I just thought this was something I should get from a woman's.
I like my stuff cooked.
I can't say this. I'm not gonna say that Jalen, the dude, is handsome or not. I'm not gonna say that.
Why is that even a problem?
I think that what Jalen Rose was doing, he was reaching, trying to say that they don't want to call a young man handsome and all of that. And no, I don't know. I don't know.
Now you say
I'm not saying he ain't a good football player.
He's a great football
player.
player.
But if he walked in the room,
if he had my face, then Jalen Rose.
I was about to say, because you said they be calling you handsome.
Call me handsome. If he had my face, Jalen Rose would have a
I'm
face.
just saying, when he walks in the room, you ain't got to clutch your lady.
No.
Yeah, you
or she not gonna float on air to him and shit when he walks through the door. That's.
You gotta clutch your lady for no motherfucking man.
Yeah, but here go Uncle Rod now. He always be waiting for that time to come in sweeping. I don't know, Uncle Rod. I don't have a lady. So tell me how it go.
You don't have to clutch your fucking lady because another dude walk in the room.
Oh, yeah?
That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah?
What are you clutching her for?
He might be crazy. Come here, baby. This here a little. See what I mean? You ain't no lover, man. You don't know somebody come in crazy.
And you're right. And then sometimes men just, if that's your lady, then the dude come walking in and he might, and if you see something in him that you might recognize, then you may pull her close to you.
Let me tell you something.
Something in you
Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how in shape a motherfucker is, tall he is,
Look at
how
that
he
picture.
look. I don't care about none of that. A man come in the room, he could be dapper, damn, he could be smooth. But guess what? I'm not moving different. I ain't clutching different.
You know what they say? If he can take her from you,
she was
never really yours in the first place.
Yeah, well, I was.
Thank you, brother, for taking her.
Yeah.
I was being sarcastic,
No,
Uncle Rod.
Hey,
Uncle Rod
he got
the world thinking that every time somebody walk in, baby.
I want to know why he even had this as an argument.
That was mine, because there's plenty of other black guys in the league. The league is 80% black. Why did you pick him? I don't get it. Why did you pick him?
I don't know.
Because Jalen Rose is reaching. He's reaching, and he's starting to be trying to get in that big light. He was reaching, but I'm gonna tell you who wasn't reaching. Can you pull up that picture, Uncle Rob, with that dude with that tissue?
With the tissue?
Yep. You this put. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't notice the tissue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Now this motherfucker wasn't reaching, and that's why he's outside. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And
this
he's
is ridiculous.
sagging?
This is why he is
This
outside.
is disgusting.
Yo,
This nigga.
yo, come on, man. Come on, man.
Feel this whole roll of
The whole roll.
Oh,
Yo,
dookie booty
yo,
ass. This is ridiculous.
Yo, Uncle Rob, what's crazy is it don't look like he got drawers on.
Ew! Hell.
I know them
Now,
basketball.
what if that motherfucker walks in? You clutching your girl?
Hell no.
No. I'm going, oh my God.
Thank you, Gardner. And that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
David Rose making this a butt thing.
Want to leave that up there too.
Just real quick, Uncle Rob. It's like somebody shot him in the ass with a tampon. That, yeah, I hope.
You
Up his own.
you dirty mother.
Yeah, it look like he gonna turn around and be like, Nick been sucking dick. Yo! There's no way in the world
That's crazy.
Oh,
that
shit.
that man is walking and don't feel that shit between his ass
Maybe
cheeks.
times it's hard.
How would you feel the tissue though?
Yo, dog, man, you gotta feel.
You
that,
don't
man.
know. You're not 350 some odd pounds.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
is
then, you know,
true. That is
And
true.
there's no wind.
That
You
is
might be
true.
in a
It's
hot
no
city.
wind.
First
It's right
of all,
there.
Nigga said it's no wind.
It's no wind. And then if you go,
Like the tissue's supposed to be fucking like this.
Hey, if you was in a hot, you'd be like, what the hell is that tickling my ass?
Yo!
You was in a windy city.
Oh my God! See, let me tell you something. I love you to death, dog.
Dog, what?
Shit.
But if you can walk with that amount of tissue,
First of all, he got his whole ass out.
Yo,
that ain't
Ladies
even
and gentlemen,
sagging.
he's
That's
just
just nasty.
He's saving for a rainy day. You know, he might be somewhere where there's no tissue.
no, evidently it was tissue. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah, like he just went to somebody's house and stole a roll of paper towels. That is ridiculous, yo. I hope you don't got no kids. 'Cause
Dog,
that means none of them cleaning themselves right.
I've been around people not that big, but their body is like what do you say when you touch somebody and they can't feel it? Numb to the fact that you're taking their keys off their hip or you're taking money out of their pocket.
Right.
I'm being dead serious.
Dead ass
So
serious.
why would he feel
But-
that the tissue is in the crack of his?
You know why? But what happens is, like pickpocketers, know a couple. It's a bump technique. Everything, seriously, everything is touching you and moving. It's a technique.
Essex County's
I
finest.
just figured out
Hey.
what's in Wendy's pants.
Tissue.
She's wiping and
Y'all leave Wendy alone. This Wendy don't have no ass.
I'm happy he
Why
went
is
back.
her picture back?
You know what? Yeah, you know what she looked
Disgusting.
like? She looked like the Aunt Jemima bottle right there, yo. That syrup.
Don't disrespect Aunt Jemima like that.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
my thing is
I would hug and tongue kiss Aunt Jemima before I did anything.
that shit. First of all,
With that.
let's just be for real, y'all. He gets a check.
Who gets the check?
This gentleman gets a check. Look at his shoes.
You know what?
Look at his little socks.
You know what check he should get?
What?
He should get a check. Somebody checking his ass, yo, because he need an oil change.
That's only. Yeah, he need an oil change. All
He
right.
need an oil change.
And you
yo.
know what's sad? He got some snacks. He about to go home. He's gonna relax. And then he gonna be like, he might be like, fuck it, I don't feel like wiping my ass. I got the tissue already back there. We don't know what's going. Sir, go home. Call your CNA. She didn't do her job. No shade to CNAs, y'all, but you do wipe ass. Somebody did him wrong. Somebody did him wrong.
He don't
Why
look
y'all
like
so
he
mean?
old.
He don't need to be
He
old.
look
Haven't
like
seen
he
it.
went to use the bathroom in public.
No.
And he rushed.
Did you see his shoes and his socks? He gets a check.
No, I didn't see
He
that.
has little orthopedic shoes on.
Yeah. I got more. Can I see the next one? Now,
Look at that.
If you walk,
Your boy jumped online. Who? Y'all gonna be
Yeah.
mad now. Your boy
Yeah.
jumped online from his phone. Strapped.
now look at this, T. Now we talked about Lizzo last week.
That's right.
And a lot of women got upset and said you're body shaming.
That's
and
right.
you're doing all of this
They
other
doing
stuff.
all that. That's right.
Now,
She looked lovely at the Grammys, by the way. Very elegant. Just want to throw that out there.
Now, when you see something like that,
Let me see it one more time.
right? You don't say what the hell is going on. You don't say what the hell is going on.
But Ange, is the skirt on backwards?
I was about to say to you.
Or to the side. Because the
Listen.
split supposed to be,
That's
the
her
split
booty
supposed to be on the
Listen.
side.
Listen, nah. See, this is what happened. She trying to get paid. This is a $40 special, ladies and gentlemen. She ain't got no time. Is you smashing or what?
Yo, is
She
she
said,
smashing or
Are
no?
you smashing or not? She don't have time for this shit.
And that right cheek a little lower than the left.
Well, it's the way she took her leg.
Okay.
She got to show it all off.
That's a $40 special, and her slogan is, "You thought Nick was sucking dick." Yo, I look at this, man. It's funny, but yeah, she got her whole cheeks out. Hope it's a thong she got on.
She does not have on a thong.
She don't.
She don't got no fucking thong on.
So she just-
Why would you put a thong on when you got the backward skirt? She's selling her shit. And I'm going to tell you something. People buying that shit, bitch. They are. I'm telling you.
Why you boys get me like that? You say,
People buying that shit.
They buying that shit.
And, did I have any more, Uncle? You couldn't load them all.
I got one more.
One more. I know it's one more. And Terrence, if you came home,
All right.
you came home, Terrence, and you seen this, your lady in a deep conversation,
That's right.
and you looking around, T, and she talking that I suck a dick way better than Nick, and you trying to figure out where she at, and you look up and you see this right here, Terrence. What's on your mind, Terrence? What's on your mind, Terrence?
How the fuck them cabinets that
Let me see it,
strong
folks. Let
and
me-
why she ain't fall off?
No.
What kind of glue?
Oh.
She.
How did her big ass get up there?
No.
See, that's some good ass housing authority cabinets right there. I'm from the projects. I know. Them shits don't break. Go ahead, sis.
Yo.
Why is she up there?
But look at the pan on the stove. But she do got a clean stove. See, I'm a lady, so I keep certain shit out. Her stove is clean. It's a nice little pot up
Yeah,
there.
what is she? I want to know the conversation.
Listen,
That's a deep conversation up there.
she probably told him this your dinner.
That's
This your dinner.
She got a lace front on?
Yeah, she got
That thing goes straight down. and
Listen.
around.
Listen.
That should be a Home Depot commercial.
Word up. Whoever made, matter of fact, shout out to the creators of those cabinets.
Yeah,
I
you-
want to know the company of those cabinets. That
Yo,
is
somebody
fucking.
said hood couches.
So T-Mobile and Home Depot could come together. Want to see if your service is good? Cabinet strong at the same time. Come on.
Bring your big ass on down here.
Yo. Yo, man.
Oh, okay, so all right, Reggie, you said that was probably Photoshop.
That wasn't Photoshop.
Nah.
That wasn't Photoshop.
And,
dog.
and I'm afraid that the person that's coming home doesn't know she's there. So this motherfucker gonna love me.
Nah, you know
So-
what she really doing?
What's she doing?
She said, I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers eating my fruit snacks.
Touch my shit one more time, bitch.
Yeah, she's sleeping there tonight, yo.
Or maybe she got a mouse and she said, I'm going to trick his ass. Instead of waiting on ground, I'll wait above ground.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that's
Said it
a
won't
lot.
Be another motherfucking cookie or fruit snack touched again, bitch.
I just want to know, like, how does she kind of like push up? Listen, you know what? She's a magician.
Nah, man. That's
Oh, acrobat.
oh yeah.
Yo, them cabinets.
Those
are
cabinets.
strong.
Shout the fuck out to them fucking cabinets. I
Yeah.
want to know who made those cabinets.
You know what though?
That's that housing authority special, yo. I told y'all already.
If relationships in America was as strong as them cabinets,
Muhammad said the
we would have
microwave
no
big as her.
divorces, yo.
Yo, Muhammad said the microwave big as her stomach.
Yeah, that shit is ridiculous. Yo.
Listen, but both food go in both, right?
Oh snap! You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
And she had on pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like a big pillow.
Victoria's Secret.
She probably waiting for Nick.
Because she already was sucking dick.
Damn, Nick, I don't want to do that, man.
Nick, you were so eloquent in your response, and you know we appreciate you and your Tams, and you know,
Yo, that was hilarious. I'm surprised that's not everywhere.
You know what?
That's
I'm gonna be disrespectful with that for the rest of the month.
Oh man, yo.
Ooh, look at that shit.
Yo, man, it's over for Nick.
It is over for him.
Nah, Nick is big enough to beat sucking.
He is, because you know what?
He's big enough.
He knows that he's not a good rapper, and he's making fucking all this money off of a show based off fucking rap.
And
that's genius.
And not even that. In today's society, most people like it is what it is. Now, if this shit would have happened in the 90s, this would have been very, very bad for Nick. But this is 2020, bro.
It wouldn't happen in the 90s because we didn't have.
Yo, she was on the phone up there.
I told you that.
I didn't realize that.
That's why he said T-Mobile.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Who is she calling?
I don't know. Your phone been ringing today.
She ain't calling me.
Y'all did a good job, man. But yo, man,
shit.
I appreciate this show tonight, man. I had a good time with you guys, and She was trying to get a signal. Word is born.
She definitely.
She had one of them old Motorola phones.
She's like, you can hear me? You can hear me?
Yo, now that's funny.
That's funny.
You know, the viewers are comedians as well. Y'all funny as hell. I just want to let y'all know that.
But you know what? Now we talking about Motorola. Y'all remember those days?
I loved my Motorola.
When you had
pink razor.
You wanted to really have a conversation, but you had to wait till 9 o'clock because that shit wasn't free.
I'm gonna call you back at 9.
Yeah.
Nights and weekends.
Yeah, nights and weekends. Forget about it.
Yeah, living that shit up.
Living life like it's golden. You was on that motherfucker.
I ain't got no more minutes. Call me at 9.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
You're right.
yo, dog, real talk.
Remember we used to talk about the chat room the other day?
And all right. Do you remember the chat rooms?
I damn sure
where
do.
You would call and you would be able to talk to mad people, and then if your conversation or y'all was feeling it, y'all could move on and talk on your own.
Yeah, it was another room.
It's called a chat room. It's called
Come on,
damn.
I forgot what it was called.
I just thought it was the chat line.
Muhammad said Black Planet. It wasn't Black Planet. This was before all that internet shit.
But people was linking up on Black Planet too. I'm talking about
linking up, but that
party line.
Party line, yes.
Party line. Yo, I smashed a lot on Party Line, but yo, a lot of people.
Yeah, you was going right through the phone?
Dog, man, them chicks was anyway.
Leaving messages and shit. Like, I got a message.
Yo, come by the site. Yo, that was before the $40, yo.
Yo.
If you had back in the day, chicks was more respectful.
Were they?
If you had a bag of weed and Cisco.
So you trying to first of all,
getting some cheeks.
First of all, that's not right. That's less than $40. A nickel bag of weed.
But it's not about the money. It's the moment. It's the moment. And see, and that's what I be trying to teach people.
Y'all don't let. So now you about to really get people some ass for $40 now.
But that's why Kobe was legendary. He always was great at moments, and that's what's wrong with these new age girls. They're bad at the moment.
They bad at the moment.
If you got a bag.
That's right.
And you got a little thing to sip on.
That's right. Maybe a little chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah, and you got the right music.
That's right.
That's a great moment.
That's a great
that you can't never she can go to her girl like, yo, he had some Arizona. We had an Italian cheeseburger from Utah Chicken, and we had a great time. And he even sent me home in a cab. Like, yo, that was a good time.
That was a good time, y'all.
Then put him on the bus.
Now, see, look at what we dealing with. The boom.
Yo.
They got a lot of cheeks on there. Press 4 to skip. All right? Them older women will come pick you up. A pack of Newports.
No, dog. It was a different time.
It's still a lot of fucking going on for a pack of Newports.
But you know what was crazy with the party line? A lot of motherfuckers was getting robbed.
Oh, yes.
They was getting robbed.
Oh, yes.
Because you will have a female that'll get on that phone, you done got into it, you're talking, and she like, yo, I'm a suck your dick from the back, and you like, yo, I ain't never had that shit happen before. You get what I'm saying?
Her and Nick.
And then you go,
damn, her and Nick.
Yeah.
Suck it dick.
Her and Nick, suck it dick.
That shit going all night. Now you gonna meet the broad, and you get to your destination, and there's 4 motherfuckers there.
Yeah.
Talk about some. Yo, dog, you already know what time it is. And you could never really get back to that person because that was the payphone days too.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
And so you trying to say that back then, instead of just giving out the 220s, they went and got change and it was 4 10s? Like, I don't know what's happening here, but
it was a different
time.
Oh, yeah, back then I just had to pay for the hotel room. Well, I don't know, but right now, if you go to any of these
hourly hotel room or all night hotel room?
In other words, short stay. Are they going to the Swan? Are they going to the Ramada?
Well, the short stay was always the best back in the day. If you ain't want the chick to come over.
Yo, my nigga, I found a short stay back in the day in Manhattan.
Oh.
On 14th and the West Side Highway.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to ask you that.
It's still there. It's like a little triangle. Right
14th and what?
When you going up the West Side Highway, right when you get to 14th Avenue, there's just this little triangle island, and it's a building there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking hotel.
Hey, yo.
How is it?
It was $50 in fucking Manhattan.
How was it on the inside?
Oh, it was great.
Yo, listen, guys. If y'all find this short stay in Manhattan, tell them Uncle Ross sent you.
Oh, look. The person at the register gonna be like, oh, you think you slick? You and Nick ain't gonna be no sucking dick tonight.
That's what I'm saying. What's the password? Nick was sucking dick. AJ.
But you know what's crazy with short stays?
$10 for 5 hours.
Yo, a lot.
That's the bit. That is the roof.
Whoa.
That's the roof.
Yo,
$10 for 5 hours.
Damn.
Nigga, you and them. Nah, him and them bed bugs is fucking.
Yo, word is wrong. He wasn't even using the bed.
Hey, yo.
He was running around like Melvin.
Philly, everybody went to Fairmount Park.
Bed bugs is sitting on the side. Like, man, his stroke game is trash.
Yeah,
word is ball.
He's like, yo, she cheap as hell. He paid $10 to get in this room to be with us.
Yo, bed bugs like I would have rather seen Nick suck dick.
We're so sorry, Nick. It's so funny.
Yo, that shit crazy, yo. Oh my God.
What was it to you?
There's no way you didn't get a rash in the back of your knees at that $10. There's no way he went home with something, bro.
But it's true. When the chat line was popping, yo, them braggers was bad. They used to be talking about all this money they got. They come over there with a bag of fucked up ass weed.
Yo.
And my homegirls was savage. Don't even be sitting there talking about you got money and shit. You come over to the house and it's a group of girls, and when they see you ain't got shit, they kicking you out. You know, not even 5 minutes. What the fuck is it? Get out! And then what do they do after they kick them out? They get back on the chat line. Get another.
Yo, y'all was fucked up. Yo.
Essex County's finest.
You know what?
Hudson County, we would have never did that.
Yeah, you know what?
We would have never did that.
I'm gonna respect Jersey City because I love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respect Jersey City because
watch what you say now.
My school has a campus over there.
But
what? We would have never did that. We invite you over.
Right.
But when you get to the steps, if you don't look correct, we don't even open the door.
That's what y'all do?
You know what? Fuck Jersey City.
That's what y'all do?
Uncle Rod, one day, back in the day, I
boy.
thought I was smooth. I had a 325 BMW. Clutch down. You couldn't tell me shit.
They use clutch again.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hope that motherfucker was working.
I went up and I can't think of the projects I went up. Montgomery projects.
Shout out to Montgomery.
To go see this chick.
Damn, Nick on back page.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
I'm a mobbied out.
Oh,
you can't tell me shit. I walk up in the building, elevator broken. But the bitch is bad. I say I'll walk these fucking flight of stairs. Yeah.
Oh shit! It was leased.
I knew.
Yeah, it was leased.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I had no registration, insurance, and nothing on that motherfucker.
Oh, they called out Jersey City.
Yeah. So I walked up in there. I don't know what I was thinking, Uncle Rob. The motherfucker said, "Where you from?" I said, "Nook, nigga."
Not back in the day.
I don't know what made me say that. That's all I seen was a hand say, "Get him."
That's a fact.
Now.
Damn.
I've ran away from police a lot of times. And I felt like the old song, never had to run from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, it's self-destruction.
But that song played in my head while I jumped down every flight of stairs. I never ran so fast in my life. And the little motherfucking kids in front of Montgomery that played in the little playground, they seen me running out and thought something was wrong, and them motherfuckers tried to grab me. I got in that motherfucking BMW, threw that bitch in first, spit that bitch around, and drove to Journal Square.
Yeah, nigga, you couldn't fuck around in Jersey.
Yeah.
What, you had to call, use the payphone?
Yeah, called her. She met me at Journal Square.
Good
Took
old,
her home and sent her ass back in a motherfucking cab.
good old Journal Square.
I hope it was worth it.
It was okay. But it was not worth the ass whooping that I believe in my heart, if they would have caught me, I probably wouldn't be talking on this show today.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
deep.
They was really going to do, they was really,
Back in the day with,
I don't know.
North and Jersey.
But I honestly really believe no answer was a good answer. I could have said I was coming from Belleville, or I lived in Livingston.
They'd have backed up off you if you said you're from Camden.
Nah, you'd have been better off saying somewhere else.
Yeah,
North
Lafayette.
is automatic, bro.
You would have said you was from the projects right next door. You might have been better off.
Until he would have said,
He said I got on that caramel cow.
yo, dog, I was out.
Oh no,
I was
mom.
out, man, but those are my stories. I got so many hood
Yeah,
stories,
I
man.
see. And y'all
Don't
took a
get
memory.
into
Y'all took a little trip down memory lane in the chat line,
Yeah,
and
the
now
chat line was.
and now
I
we.
had some fun on the channel.
Yeah,
Right, they had
my
fun
man
on the
thought
chat
he
line.
got a chick pregnant off a chat line.
That's deep.
Yeah.
He got a dollar baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's-
that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And now they have Backpage, and now Backpage is no more.
Yeah, they shut Backpage.
So
down.
now it's just Instagram.
They shut this Instagram.
Too expensive.
Instagram,
Yeah,
Twitter,
he said-
Christian Mingle.
He said my car was a Chinese knockoff. It said BMVV. And your mother face was the emblem. But this what we gonna do, man. We gonna close it out, Sweet Tea. We gonna let you go first. That's what I call him, Sweet Tea.
that's what he
Nobody
call
would
him.
understand it. I love my brother.
I know that's
And we
right.
jump the shit out of you.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
Not you, Uncle Rob.
Are we talking? I mean, see,
Uncle Rob said Sweet
are we
Tea,
talking
and we
about
jumped the shit out of you.
Arizona, McDonald's,
Word up.
He looked like David Chappelle, and we jumped the shit out of you. Oh.
and and Craigslist.
And your Craigslist. Damn, somebody out there telling their whole business.
That's the SVU. Be careful.
Nah, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Have fun. We always making it do what it do. Tune in next week. 201. Stand the fuck up. You know what it is.
Oh God, he turned to Billy D. Williams and shit every time. Yeah. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us every Tuesday. We love you very much. And I know you see that like, comment, share, subscribe button. I want you to do that. So you know it's 2 Oxtails and an Empanada, 15 minutes of fame radio. And just real quick, I just want to let it be known, y'all know I'm into the education business.
Yes.
So for the next 2 weeks, I am doing instant admissions for night classes. So if you are looking to get into the medical field, or if you're looking to get into the trade field, you can always reach me at National Career Institute at 134 Evergreen Place on the 2nd floor, and just ask for your favorite director of admissions, me.
ANGIE.
And I have a question for the people in the chat room, and maybe y'all can just give me the answer next week before I go off. Do studs wipe after they pee, or do they shake their pussy lips? 2 Oxtails in the Empanada. Things smell differently on an elevator for a midget. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Good night.
Mwah.